Hello people, what's happening? I feel like we haven't touched base for a couple of days because I haven't been feeling too well. I've been a little bit under the weather and had a bit of a lack of energy, so got to here to Hurghada in the afternoon, day before yesterday, and checked into my hotel and then just been chilling basically, but it's easy to see why when you look outside here. So not a bad view overall. So I'm going to give you a bit of a walkthrough of the accommodation here. So we're looking at $30 American a night. I'm not going to do the conversions because it all gets a bit confusing if I'm converting it to pounds and then Australian dollars. So we'll stick with American on this. So $30 American gets you this apartment here in Hurghada in Egypt. So dining room table, lots of mirrors, fantastic sort of ornaments and almost Romanesque ornamentation here. You've got a flat screen TV. Unfortunately, the TV is in Arabic. I can't seem to get any Western channels or any kind of European language channels. So not a great deal of use to me. Maybe if I brought a HDMI cable, but anyway, I didn't. So we've got a day bed here. Day bed makes life easy where you can sit back and look outside. We'll go back to that for you later. Got a fully functioning kitchen. We've got fridge, we've got sink, microwave, washing machine under here. Nice and modern artwork. Bathroom, it does what it says on the tin. Nothing majorly special there, but big, giant, deluxe double bedroom, which is the one I went for. It's a very modern wardrobes and stuff, furniture in here, which extra blankets and pillows and stuff if you need them. Big double bed, day bed here to look out. And again, more Romanesque statues and stuff, so quite a nice finish on this overall. And for $30 American, you can't really go wrong. This one doesn't have the internet, which is a bit of a letdown, but as I bought a SIM as soon as I got to the airport, got heaps of data on it, so I haven't really had any trouble. I've always been able to hotspot off my phone to take that stress away, which is good. Information here on certain tours you can do, which is always handy. Not going to be doing any of those, unfortunately. Going to do it my own way. And yes, this brings us outside. So, full private beach down there, which has its own, I wouldn't say wharf, but a bit that goes out. So I went out there yesterday, had a swim in the ocean. There's so many different colours of blue out there. It truly is spectacular. You got your own little sort of teepee umbrella sections here with day beds, which you can just go sit on and soak up the sun. It's got multiple pools, which are down here, and there's a bar and a sort of restaurant area that caters for whatever you might need whilst you're sunbaking down there. So we've got windsurfers all in the background. It's a big spot for people doing kite surfing. Out across here, so to our left would be, as you would go up there, the Suez Canal. We are in the Red Sea, and right across the water would eventually be Saudi Arabia, but I can see some kind of land over there, but I don't think it's that close. So I don't quite think it'll be that, but that's where we are on the Red Sea. So this is Hurghada and what it's like for most people who come to Hurghada. I'm going to have a quick sunbathe and see if I can build up some tan, and then we're going to head into town. No one else seems to be, so let's have a swim in the pool. Well, the pool definitely seems 1,000 times colder than the ocean. So I was talking to an American guy down on the beach who was there with his Polish wife, and they've actually said they live here now. And I haven't seen too many English speaking people here so far. Most of them are European of some sorts, but see, the American guy here was interesting. So this is past the security. This is Turtle Bay Resort, I believe it is. And for such a nice place, the entrance really is a dirty car park place, but you know what? Once you've been here long enough, you get used to it, and it just becomes normal in all reality. But nonetheless, I'm going to head to an area called the Laguna that the American guy mentioned, said was a lovely area, and that is up in to the north along the coast. It's only a mile or two up the road and or along the coast, but apparently it's a lovely spot to check out, so I'm going to check that out. And then if things go to plan, then I'll be heading into town, into Hurghada. So that's the plan at this stage. And I think this is a place where the American said he lives here. Quite a nice place. Lived there for a month and we'll be there for the whole winter. Sounds like a good way to spend a winter. If you're looking to buy alcohol in Egypt, it can be done. In Cairo there's places called Drinkies, but then there's other substitutes on that. I saw one called Drankies and whatever. Now the American guy I was speaking to on the beach earlier that I come across, he said he lives here, said this place here, Hedra, also sells alcohol. Looks relatively nice in there. Apparently the wine is not worth even trying, so if you're after a nice wine you're probably out of luck. He said the whiskey is alright and the beers are fine. They got Heineken usually, a lot of these places I found, and then Stella, which is a Egyptian Stella, but they won't stand out, that's for sure, no matter where you are. But if you are looking for a few beers after a heavy day and you're not in a hotel or bar, then yes, you can find places. I bought a few beers in Cairo. The Heinekens were 55 Egyptian, which I guess is about $1.30 American, which isn't too bad really, similar to what the cost would be in London where I'm living at the moment. And yeah, to get an international brand is also really good. But other than the beers, in terms of international brands, you won't find the good brand whiskies, and if they were, they'd probably be fake, but they're all local brewed Egyptian stuff. But yeah, they're very, very cheap as well. I saw a 700ml bottle of whiskey and it was about $4 American, so very cheap. I don't think they have any taxes or anything on it. So yeah, achievable if that's what you're after. So to get to El Gouna, a little bit further than I thought, so I'm going to get an Uber who's 200 meters away. This Uber is going to cost about $130, so probably about $3 in the Uber. So pretty good overall. Here he is now. There he is. Sean Mark.
Sean Mark.
Yeah.
Where do you
go? Just to explore.
Where?
Just to explore. Get something to eat at a restaurant.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you. Shukran.
عارف فين والله؟ لا. أنت فهمت؟ عبد مريم لطفي. كان رايح جينا جوا ولا حاجة. خش. حبيبي. شاكرين.
Lots of security.
Yes.
Yeah.
No student, the policeman.
Policeman, yeah. Policeman in Australia, no seatbelts. Big problem. No seatbelt.
Yes.
Lots of money.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Policeman Gouna.
Gouna, yeah.
Security, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
If you come back here, for you?
I will come back to where I stay. Yeah,
What
yeah.
time? What time?
Not sure at this stage. No idea.
No, 1 hour, 2 hours. No.
Depends if what I see. I've never been here before, so don't know what is here.
Okay.
Can you get Uber in here?
Here is.
You can, yeah. So you would have seen as we went through security there into Gouna area, which is quite a posh part of Egypt, it looks like. So definitely got a vibe. Definitely new modern Thai restaurants, steakhouses, and etc. Italian restaurants and stuff. So as you can imagine, it's a bit of a tourist mecca. Quite a chilled vibe compared to anywhere else in Egypt I've been to so far. So streets are quiet. The prices and what I've looked at, everything seems pretty much as it would be in Europe or anywhere in the Western world, really. Fun place to explore nonetheless. I've only just got here. That's my initial thoughts on the vibe. Lots of ATMs everywhere, which is quite handy. But very, I don't know, similar style to what I've seen kind of in Dubai, but at the same time, always feels like it has a Mexican vibe. But lots of posh jewelry shops, lots of Europeans, etc. That's my first thoughts. So I'm trying to find my way down to the water. I've no idea really where I'm going in here. It's just about wandering and exploring and seeing what we come across. Look at these doors. £28,000 Egyptian pounds. So 2,000. Can't even begin to do the maths. I'm not even going to try. That's how much that costs. So for the most part, the souvenirs seem to be of a higher standard than the ones you get in the rest of Egypt on first impressions. I'm not here to buy souvenirs, we're here to explore. Beautiful little spot here. This looks like a private clubhouse. It has a list of rules of what you can and can't do in there, but mainly about the pool and kids and stuff. But I managed to just walk straight in, so as far as I know, it's not that exclusive. But I think you buy your drinks and everything you need in the main bit there. But if you're going for a more higher budget adventure in Egypt, this seems like a place to do it. Can't go wrong here. It's not quite the marina, it's still in the downtown part of Gouna. Look, I mean, it's spectacular. Spectacular, whichever way you look. So from what I've seen, there's an app that you can download that you can book all your activities from. Lots of water sports and boats and trips to some of the islands that are off the coast here in the Red Sea. But look at this. So I still have to keep reminding myself that it's actually winter here. So I can imagine in summer this place would be heaving. But yeah, at this point it's December going into January, and every day is still lovely, perfect temperature. So if you're one of those Instagrammer, look where I am type people that post pictures, glamorous, posing by the beach, which is some of us, I guess, this would be the place to do it. A little bit fancy for my solo travel adventures, so I wouldn't be drawn to somewhere like this personally. But if I was here with missus and kids, this would definitely be somewhere worth checking out. Just a normal Mongolian beef.
Mongolian beef?
Yeah, and German fries.
Okay.
And a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate also.
Okay.
Shukran.
Okay.
So we decided to go for the Mongolian beef and the German fries here, and the hot chocolate because I'm needing something of substance and something that I'd similarly order back home. Haven't been too well, I'll be honest, for at least sort of 40 hours. Maybe that street food bit I was doing in Cairo didn't really pay off. I don't know exactly what it is that hasn't made me feel too good. Don't know if it was the corn or some of the other bits that I ate. But yeah, haven't had the best stomach, so looking for something a bit more familiar for this meal. The hot chocolate should be good. Now, I've seen questions about should you eat the milk here, drink the milk. I don't think it's necessarily the same as what you have in where it's pasteurized and homogenized like it would be in a lot of other countries. But I don't know if they boil the milk here or what they do, but could just as well have been the milkshake. I can't put it all to the street food or the corn or the other bits and pieces that I've eaten. A lot of what I've eaten has been spicy. I'm really quite good with my spice normally, but it'd be wrong of me not to be honest and at least be upcoming with that, because there's no point in me saying eat all the street food and you'll have no problem. For me personally, it didn't quite work out so well, so I'm going to have a slight break from it. I'm adventurous anyway, so no doubt I'll be trying something else, but didn't quite work out for me on that last day in Cairo. German fries look like sauteed potatoes, if you didn't know, but let's tuck in. Well, looks like someone's come to join me for dinner. So this is Mongolian beef, Egyptian style. So that's our own private beach behind us. Each place has their own sort of private beach along here, but I think you can pass through as long as you're not don't stop and use the beach of another hotel or resort. Its own football pitch here, pretty cool. I must say, at night when I've been out to get a few supplies and stuff, the kids just in the street playing football, like what you see on those movies from Brazil and stuff, but they love their football over here. The old Mo Salah, very popular person in this country, so yeah, I can see how they come up with that homegrown talent. I just can't get over the so many different colours of blue. Got like a pale blue, then a bright blue, then a very light blue, then a dark blue. Like it's just phenomenal. But the water is very shallow. I went for a swim yesterday and it's not like, I mean there's going to be deep spots further out, but I must say it was only up to my waist at best. I did go out pretty far. So I'm walking along the coastline here, and what's just become apparent is where the hotels are or where the private establishments are, the beaches are always clean, and then you get a spot where there's still construction happening or it's not owned by a company or something, and then there's a lot of this, which is a lot of rubbish that just hasn't been cleaned up on the coastline. That would be where they've got construction going on up here. They just don't have other litter pickers, etc. We are just trying to cross along here. I can see it's all fenced off with barbed wire. I'm hoping you can get through. Actually, I think you can. I just seen an old lady step through the barbed wire. So I guess we're good to go. I'm not sure exactly why the barbed wire is there. But the sad thing is, and I could be wrong, but I couldn't see it anywhere. What I found along this whole coast is, for the Egyptian people, I don't think they can access this coastline. So south of Hurghada and north of Hurghada is literally whole towns. There's a whole marina complex. It's all guarded by security. You can't sort of go in there unless you're a Westerner. And the local people just can't get in. So even the complex that I'm staying in has a security guard at the entrance that prevents any people coming in. And so that it's all been locked out from the local people for big companies and big money makers to buy up all the hotels, Sheraton and all that, all along here. The corporate people are blocking it out for the local people. a bit of a sad fact about this place. Don't get me wrong, it does provide a lot of employment. I did pass through town night before last and saw people with diving video crew and bits and pieces, so there's obviously jobs in and around on the tours and stuff, so definitely provides employment, but they should still be able to access their own beach. Still lots of this coast under construction, although that more or less looks abandoned halfway through construction. We've got more construction along here. Seems to be a gap in it all, so they must be slowly working from the back towards the water, which makes sense. So you can see which ones are the ones owned by the locals. So you've got big blocks like this, which are, tell them, because they don't have balconies, so they've got a window, but there's nothing really beach facing. You get such a contrast even along the coast, I'm finding, as well, not just in the touristy areas to the town, but you've got different quality places along here. So behind me there is that run of flats, which I said was, I think, where the locals all must live. Definitely no foreigners in there. Tell by the old Egyptian cars and stuff. Still got a security guard sitting at the edge of it on the water. Given the choice as a Egyptian person living in Hurghada, the town itself, or living in there, I would probably choose there, because although it is a bit rough around the edges, probably offers more freedom than some of the places in Hurghada in the town itself. So, but I'm just walking up this way because I just want to explore, and I can see what looks like quite a touristic place further up. Didn't bring any money though, because my plan when I come downstairs was to show you the pool and then have a bit of a sunbake, but I've started walking and now I want to see what's up here. Got a kite surfer over here training. Okay guys, we're getting into some quite modern bit here. Got nice little tables back there underneath those little teepee huts. An artificial grass pitch here, which looks like the makings of a small football pitch. I think it's only just been laid as we speak. They're still trying to stamp it down. Now I can see what looks like a water slide park further up here. So that's where I'm trying to get myself to. I'm regretting not bringing my money, that's for sure. Unless there's somewhere I can pay on my phone, which doesn't seem to be tended for too much in Cairo or Egypt, the places I've been so far, because they always seem to want to see the card and tap it in. Maybe it's my bank, don't know, but we'll try anyway if I need something. So just in a kite surfing school here, just come to explore the pricing that we're looking at. And surprisingly, very, very expensive. So to give you an idea, I think an 8-hour or 6 to 8 hour learning lesson for the kite surfing is €320, which is quite surprising, because if it was in local currency you would imagine it being quite reasonable, but as it's in euros, that's quite expensive. So if you had all your own gear and you wanted to come and just use the beach area and the toilet facilities, you're looking at another €20 just for that. So quite expensive overall. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So I wasn't actually able to get into those water slides up there or go any further. I got as far as I could along the coast, and eventually the security started getting more and more each beach you got to. And then you needed wristbands to get through, so I've abandoned that and started making my way back, but stumbled across a giant pool here, which is obviously as yet unfinished. A lot of cracked tiles here, so I don't know what the long-term plan is for this pool, or which establishment it belongs to. A lot of these are kind of villa type things here rather than a big hotel, but looks like it'd be a lovely pool once it's all done. But I don't know if it's been abandoned, because cracks everywhere throughout the design. But another one of the question marks about this place as to what's gone on. It's half abandoned, half up and coming, half just dilapidated and but lived in. Can't quite work out this place. I go to Luxor tomorrow, so I'll be getting up early on the bus from Hurghada in the town to Luxor. Now Go Bus is located near Cleopatra Hospital. It's only a short walk from there. If you're looking for it, I bought the ticket and it didn't really say where it takes off from or anything, but I've done my research and found out where it actually is, which is near Cleopatra Hospital. So if you're going to be doing a similar route and getting the bus there, like I said, it's 400 Egyptian pounds, which is going to be less than 10 American dollars, and that'll get you all the way from Hurghada to Luxor. I decided to go on a business class, so it's a little bit posh. I think it's got TVs, and there's only about maybe 18 seats on the bus, opposed to the other one that has lots of seats. The difference in price was only about $3 American, so why not go for the elite business class, as they call it, and it'll get you there in some relative comfort. Luxor?